What's up guys? Today we're back with a different kind of video on the channel. Usually I just upload my Twitch VODs of the league racing I do. Don't really put much editing into them, but I want to try something different. I got inspiration from a couple people in ERS who have done this sort of thing, and I thought to try it myself. But we're here in Season 9, Round 2 of ERS in Zandvoort, and we're already jumping into Q2, where it rained all of Q1 and basically all of Q2, and this qualifying for me was definitely a bit of a shock, as you'll see a bit later in the video. But we're going to come to the line now, with just 4 minutes left in the Q2, as the dry line is starting to form. It is a bit of changing conditions as we cross line, and we did go P8, which at the time was good enough. But with the track changing, we knew that probably wasn't going to stand. Jumping into our last Q2 lap, we're actually up quite a bit. Purple second sector, but I was considering boxing, and the reason for that being I didn't have enough ERS to start another lap. You'll see when I cross the line, I'm actually at 0, and I should have just pitted and waited to go out again at the end of the session. Reason being, the track was changing so much. People were improving by seconds and seconds at the end, and I ended up just cooking myself because I couldn't go again, and I didn't have enough fuel to do a cooldown and then go again. So yeah, as you can see in a second time, we are actually out in Q2 for the second time ever, only in ERS, and I've done about 62 races in ERS, so this came as a bit of a shock for me. So obviously a bit of a tough pill to swallow. But we look to the 5 red lights, starting from P15. Those lights out and away we go. Couple of people already disconnecting in front of me. Some dude literally vanishes into thin air. But as we go into turn 1, Dez gets spun around and he gets hit again right into my path.
Oh my God.
And I pick up orange wing damage, which if you've ever driven Zandvoort before,
My wing,
you
bro.
know it is not a good track to get wing damage at. I'm actually very frustrated
They're so bad at racing.
because
They're so bad at racing.
yeah, I mean, you just don't want wing damage, and especially at a track like Zandvoort where you
Please get better
need
at this
all
one.
the downforce for the
Please
high
get better
speed.
at
So we actually stayed out. We actually didn't box to fix the wing damage. I was kind of waiting for something to happen, and a VSC actually comes out on lap 4.
Never be a full one though. Never will
And
be a
I was
full one.
really hoping it was going to be a full safety car. Never actually ended up being a full safety car, but I thought it was enough of an opportunity to box to fix the
Understood.
wing,
Stopping
go
this
onto a
lap.
hard tire. And my plan from here was just to take this hard tire
I mean, I have wing damage.
about to the halfway point and then take another hard tire to the end of the race. I think this was actually our one and only, one of our 2 VSCs we had, the other coming on lap 1 of course, so this actually worked out perfectly for me, as I was just able to pit to another hard later in the race. Now here on lap 8, and we're coming up on Kool-Aid Man, and he actually gives us quite a bit of a squeeze.
Fuck ass Kool-Aid man.
And I end up just getting really frustrated and just dive bomb him. I was
Fuck you, bitch.
not having a fun time down there in P12. And actually, I was a bit confused because our pole sitter Sarkles was down in
Squeezing
P9.
me into the wall
Apparently
before
he
just
had
gives up the position like a good boy.
a drive-through penalty, and same with Franco as well. So that actually helped out quite a bit. But yeah, during that last cut, it was just nothing for 5 laps straight. Just basically 5 time trial laps. This whole race I was basically pushing flat out, as on the hard tires I didn't really need to save at all. after about 8 more laps of just nothingness, no overtakes, no anything. We actually come up on Sarkles, who is on hards that I don't think he's actually pit off of yet. So we are on better hards as we go for the move. Pretty simple move just down the inside of him at turn 1. And from this point, I know I need to pit rather soon. The tires feel okay. We're actually ahead of Costa, who is the race leader, who just pit onto new hards. He actually took those to the end on a 1-stop. So knowing I have to pit soon, it's just a matter of time. And lap 20, I feel like I had to throw this in here. I low-key got cooked by Costa on new tires around the outside. Yeah, I wanted to throw this in here in case you did see this.
Go there. As much as I did want to fight, I kind of had to let him go.
Because this was overtake of the race. It was voted overtake of the race, and I think it's rightfully reserved. So it was a good move.
At the end of this lap.
And on the same lap, I decide to go into the pits for our last pit stop onto a hard tire as the tires were really starting to go off.
Pit limit.
Pushing flat out for about 17 laps.
Alright, let's see.
We are going to come out. I believe we actually came out in front of Sarkles still.
Oh my god, thank god he pit.
Yeah, hoping Des was going to pit so I didn't have to maybe fight him on exit. But yeah, we actually come out in P8, which was better than I was hoping. And now we have 16 laps to the end on this hard tire. So hoping that we can maybe scrape up the positions, maybe get back to the podium. So on lap 23, about 2 laps after we pit, we come up on Baja and Franco, who are fighting quite hard. Franco on older hards. And Baja gets by on Franco. And we also do as well. Maybe look for a move on Baja, but we can't quite look for anything. This was really kind of an ongoing battle for about 7 laps, I would say. And it was very frustrating because he was on 4-lap fresher hards and he still was just so much slower than us. Yeah, so it was very frustrating to try and get by on him. But we're back here on lap 31, still fighting with Baja, and I mean, we're literally just pushing him through the whole racetrack. Maybe look around the outside, don't do it. I see he's still recharging, so I give a bit of boost, and I just say, screw this, I'm going down the inside of the fast right-hander, down the inside of the next one, and I was not having it. I did not leave any space. I didn't feel like I had to, and yeah, it was a good overtake, and now we have to try and chase down to P2. We're back into the podium spots. We have just 5 laps to do so. And yeah, being behind Baja for 7 laps was definitely not ideal if we were going to get P2 today, as we are just going to come up short, even though we were catching basically 1 to 2 seconds per lap on Red, who was, I want to say he probably pitted almost 20 laps ago, 25 laps ago at this point.
One more lap and I would have got his fucking ass.
And
yeah, you weaved like you won, bro. You got
yeah,
P2.
I was not very happy about it, because I felt I could have got P2. So, but in the end,
dare I say I could have
honestly,
got
a great race.
Dare I say I could have.
P15 to P3 is
What?
definitely not a bad race at all, considering the track we were at, where overtaking is not usually seen at a high rate. Wasn't a ton of on-track overtakes, but we still had the pace to get to the podium. Like I said, maybe could have, should have been P2, but I will take P3 at the end of the day. But you'll need to let me know if you do like this kind of content. If not, I can just always go back to posting the VODs. I did enjoy making this. I would like feedback if there was anything I could do different. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back for Australia in probably a couple days' time. See ya.